All right, it's been a while since I've even had time to do one of these. Like just being caught up with work, school, and all kinds of different stuff, and then working on consolidating notes and working on my files. So got a little time to work through some extracurricular notes here. So I had a question. You can see it proposed in the bio. Essentially, the gist is if someone has an urge to drink or smoke, is it possible that showing a video of them smoking or drinking could reduce the urge that they have to indulge or to imbibe or to smoke? If this person can see themselves self smoking or drinking in the video, could this trick their brain? Wow. Could this trick their brain into thinking that they don't need to drink or smoke since they can see a version of themselves already doing that on a screen? Would this remove the desire for their real selves, like their physical selves, to drink or smoke if they can see themselves drinking or smoking on a screen? So Gemini responded basically, fascinating concept. So this touches on a few different psychological mechanisms, though it generally doesn't work as a trick to satisfy the urge in the way you're describing. In fact, for most people struggling with addiction, this often has the opposite effect. Here's a breakdown of why this happens and the psychological principles at play. First is the cue reactivity problem. In the study of addiction, photos or videos of the substance or of oneself using the substance, these are known as cues. Instead of satisfying the brain, these cues typically trigger the dopaminergic system. I haven't said that word in a while. Dopaminergic system. When a person sees themselves smoking or drinking, the brain doesn't think, oh, we already did that. Instead, it thinks, this is about to happen. Okay. Yeah, so it definitely has the opposite effect. So, all right. Not a solution then. And it begins to prepare, the brain then begins to prepare for the chemical reward. This usually intensifies the craving rather than diminishing it. Two, mirror neurons and vicarious experience. You are right that we have mirror neurons that fire both when we perform an action and when we watch someone else, especially ourselves, perform that action. However, while mirror neurons can help us learn or feel empathy, they rarely provide the physiological satiety, or sa- yeah, satiety required to kill an urge. Physical barrier. A craving for nicotine or alcohol is a biological demand for a chemical. Seeing the action on a screen doesn't deliver the substance to the bloodstream, so the body remains in a state of withdrawal or desire. Ooh, all right, good point. Three, visual distancing versus immersion. There is a therapeutic technique where seeing oneself in a negative light can help, but it's not about tricking the brain into thinking it's already smoked. Adversive or aversive conditioning. If a video shows a person looking sick, stumbling, or acting in a way they regret while drinking, it can create a sense of disgust or social shame. This is called self confrontation therapy. The goal the goal here isn't to satisfy the urge, but to strengthen the willpower to resist it by reminding the person of the negative consequences. Four, why tricking the brain is difficult. The brain's reward system is very good at distinguishing between simulated and actual intake. The cephalic phase response, just looking at the video might cause your mouth to water or your heart rate to change, which is like anticipation. But because the reward, the alcohol or nicotine, never hits the receptors, the brain actually becomes more frustrated, often leading to a stronger craving. Are there tricks that actually work? While watching a video of yourself might be risky, there are other cognitive techniques that use similar brain tricks. Urge surfing. Instead of trying to satisfy the urge, you visualize the craving as a wave. You watch it rise, peak, and eventually crash and disappear without acting on it. The play the tape to the end method. This is a mental version of your video idea. Instead of just seeing the satisfaction or the first puff or sip, you mentally visualize the entire video of the night, the hangover, the smell, the regret, and the next morning. In short, while it is a creative theory or a hypothesis, seeing yourself indulge on screen usually acts as a trigger that reinforces the habit rather than as a proxy that satisfies it. All right. That is good information. Yeah, because I was thinking the complete opposite. I was wondering if like just mentally visualizing it might actually satisfy the cravings, but it turns out doesn't seem to be the case. It would actually, I mean, it kind of makes sense because, like, say when you're eating food and you're out somewhere and you take that first bite or you get like a little nibble of something, then like your stomach starts to metabolize stuff and your brain basically, or your stomach tells your brain or vice versa that, hey, it's time to eat. And then you basically just start eating and like you get hungry and you start to build that appetite because like your brain's basically saying, like, all right, now it's feeding time. Let's feed, 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 eat until we're done, until we satisfy that craving, and then we can go do something else. All right. Well, that's wrapped up. Let's go do something else. I haven't done the whoa. There it is. I haven't done this in a while. I forgot where the end button was. Nice.